Hey, what's up YouTube? Anderson here, bringing you a replay commentary on Senrico Ria. Now my opponent is another 10-star general named Sir Buckshot, and this is the second time I've actually ran into him tonight. The first fight, he brought pretty much an all Naginata monk and warrior nun army with 2 monk cav and his melee general. He didn't have any matchlocks or any range units that I can remember from that fight. And I barely lost that one by the skin of my teeth. My general on last stand, almost had his remaining units rout, but it didn't quite happen, and I ended up losing that fight. Go ahead and look at the army composition. You can see I've got 3 units of bow warrior monks. We've got 4 units of katana samurai. We've got a unit of Naginata samurai. Of course, my general. It's a mix between leadership and melee. And I've got Yari Ashigaru. And if you look over here in the forest, I have 2 units of my standard Great Guard, and over here you can see I've got 2 units of Monk Cav making their way to this bamboo forest. So you look at my opponent's army. This time he did bring range units. He's got 3 matchlock warrior monks, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Naginata warrior monks and 2 of these warrior nuns. And once again, the only cav he brought was 2 monk cav, Naginata warrior monk cav. So this guy's going for pretty much an all monk build. Last fight, that's what he had. That's what he brought this fight as well. And he's a really good opponent, and it's pretty challenging. I barely managed to pull off this win by the skin of my teeth. So I've got my army positioned over here. I figure my only chance against all of those Naginata warrior monks was, to get my archery, keep it alive and maximize its potential. Then I realized, he doesn't have any archers, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my archers behind my katana samurai line, just to give them a little added protection. No need to keep them out front. And I start maneuvering these Great Guard, as you can see, to his rear. He hasn't really moved these cav yet, and I've still got my monk cav over here in this forest. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to, hopefully hit some of his matchlocks. I was hoping he'd separate him, and that's exactly what he does. I realize this, and I go ahead and start the charge on his matchlocks soon. And I go ahead and start bringing my Great Guard down as well. Now it took him a few seconds to realize what I was doing with this cav over here. And his cavalry was actually pretty slow to respond, so his mistake really saved me. And unfortunately the unit I was chasing goes into hiding in these woods, so instead of persevering on, my monk cav just kind of stopped there, which allowed him to close some of that gap. So I just keep on pushing these monk cav forward. He's still got units out there, and I'm just hoping I can hit these monks, these matchlock monks, before his cav catch up and decimate mine. So I go ahead and hit this first unit. I deal it some pretty good damage, and I realize I just need to go ahead and push through and get these other matchlocks that are hitting my troops. And I go ahead and I reposition these archers, once again back behind my main lines. I just want to get my army away from those matchlocks while my cav come in. And luckily you can see my Great Guard do come in and hold up his cav. The problem is I've got these Naginata warrior monks over here now, and yeah, spear infantry units are just death for cav. But luckily my monk cav pulled through and really do a number on his matchlocks, which these guys saved me in another battle. Honestly, they did. You can see I'm losing this cav fight over here badly. My guys, their morale is low. He's already used war cry, they're wavering. I used what's that skill called? Second wind, I think, which gives them back some of their reduced fatigue. But once again I pull my archers back through, and I feel pretty safe from his matchlocks and his cav and range units, so I'm gonna throw my general into a last stand soon. So my guys are gonna need that morale and melee and defense boost if they want to beat what's left of his army. So I go ahead and pull one of my spear units through to counter his bodyguard, and all I can really do now is try to fight off this other one with my katana. and I go ahead and push my Yari Eshingaru through as well. So I've got these two units of Katana Sam, you know, they're over here fighting, holding their own. But once again, they're under War Cry, which is diminishing their ability. And I'm just trying to do what I can with these archers before he breaks through my Katana Sams. And I end up putting this unit back here on his boomsticks, his Matchlock Warrior Monks. And yeah, his cav luckily routed pretty quickly. And these guys are going to start wavering soon, and I end up having to put these archers into melee just to hold up these units to protect my archers back here. You know, luckily my general is in last stand as well, so you see I've got a pretty nice boost on my stats when I hover over. You know, actually no, that's terrible. There we go. Okay, I must have been under the War Cry effects. So now these Katana Sams have 23 attack and considerable amount of defense. But you know, his Katana Sams, they are really beefed up. So yeah, he's gonna take out this archer unit soon, and I realize that my general is gonna be exposed when these guys get free. So I go ahead and I throw these bow warrior monks into melee, and I just hit this spear unit just to, you know, buy my general some time to remount and reposition on the battlefield. And it's critical at this moment, you know, taking my general out of last stand, because you know, my guys really need that boost, you know, to survive this fight. But luckily my archers, you know, managed to slow him down considerably, and I get my general remounted and reposition him. And you know, this fight's almost over down here. As you see, wow, these warrior monks are taking forever to beat down. So I countercharge what's left of his Naginata warrior monks with my remaining melee units, and I go ahead and end up throwing my general back in last stand, you know, once again to give my guys a boost. And just look how long this fight is going. I've got 4 units. I can't really detach any of them to get on the flanks because he's spread so wide. So right now we're just, you know, pounding at each other, just trying to wear each other out. And these guys are fighting pretty hardcore. I wish I had been able to keep some of my archers alive, because archers eat these guys, you know. You just chew them up and spit them out, but that didn't happen. And as you can see, yeah, his unit's starting to waver, but I mean, he really did a number on what was left of my infantry. And that's pretty much the end of the fight. He's got that one matchlock unit down here that didn't actually rout, but it's wavering now that everyone else is dead, and it's going to rout. And it's the end of the battle, so a good game to my opponent. He almost taught me a vital lesson, and luckily I did not pay for it too dearly this fight. Managed to pull a win through, but hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.